Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to Honest Love Tarot. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for sharing time and space. I want to let you all know I do have private reading bookings open for this Saturday or Saturday if you're interested in that, as well as healing services open. If you're interested in getting that, you can check it out in the comment or description section. So today we're going to be doing what are your person's current feelings for you. There is going to be an extended to this reading. You can get that as well in the comment or description section. Okay, so let's see. I want to see what we have here. Scorpio, like an overarching message. We have the Emperor here as well. I do feel when you first met this person, you saw them as bigger than you. Uh, Maybe I don't know, powerful. I don't know how to phrase this. I do feel you put this person on a pedestal and you looked at yourself like I want to be good enough for them, right? Rather than actually feeling that in your heart that you are enough, right? It does feel like that actually helped you recognize that you have some of that self-worth issue in you, right? But I do feel when you met them, you saw them as bigger than you, right? You saw this person as special, right? Two of Pentacles here. It's interesting because that dynamic of looking at this person like they're amazing is actually what caused you to overgive. It created the dynamic that of you giving a lot and then you receiving nothing in return as well, right? You know, a lot of us tend to think, well, it's we give, and then they don't give us anything back, and we're like so mad at them. But it feels like it's honestly getting right to the, I don't know, it's like the root of it, right? You know, you seeing this person like $1 million made you give too much to them when they weren't worth it, right? It doesn't feel like you saw that right away though with that star here. In fact, I feel like you held this person in really high regard, right? And I don't mean like a little itty bitty high regard. I mean like oh my God, right? I would do anything to get that person. I would be anything to get that person. It's interesting to come through as your overarching message. We have the 5 of Cups now, and it's reversed here. I do feel your life when before you met this person had been honestly one pitfall after another. It doesn't feel like it was going well, right? So you met this person, you think this is my dream come true. This is what all those fairy tales are all about. You know, this is that I don't know. I almost want they're saying trope. I don't know what trope means, but that's what they're saying to me, right? You know, it feels like it was everything you wish for wrapped up in a nice little bow. If only you were good enough. It does feel like it's kind of like the bad parts are over. It doesn't feel like that was the case. In fact, it almost feels like it's you were down. You're sorry. They're saying you were down for one real big pitfall before the bad times were over. And I feel like it was this connection. But I feel like at the time, you truly believed that everything was going to work out with this person. We have the 7 of Wands here. It does feel like friends, family, coworkers, stuff like that may have told you that they may not be what you're seeing, or they're probably not all that in a bag of chips. You were very defensive towards this. It's interesting. I don't know why this is your message, but it is what it is. You're very defensive. You didn't want to hear any of that BS, right? You didn't want to see any of that BS, right? In fact, you were looking at this through rose-colored glasses, and you're ready to fight for what you believe in. What's your belief? We already started with this. This person's $1 million. You, not so much, right? That's your belief. It's not just that they're great. It's I'm not good enough. That is the dynamic. That's what you need to focus on to start to heal. But again, you know, when people told you they're actually not that, like I don't know what you're seeing. When I see them, I don't see that, right? Because they were not looking at this person through rose-colored glasses. It does feel part of the reason why you looked at them and saw amazingness is that your life hadn't been easy too. It feels like it created this. Honestly, it's the word that they're using is a perfect storm, but it's like this. But it's like it's not. They're like that, but not that. They're like a recipe for disaster, is what they're saying. Okay. Let's see. Let's get some more. We have the 4 of Cups. Interesting. Um, Nothing you did, nothing you gave was good enough for this person. So they were hung up on someone from their past or something from their past. I do feel this person's work, specifically work, is what's coming to my mind. Everyone's ascension path. We only have like I don't know, something like I think it's something like 12 different ascension paths that we take. Most of you, this person was ascension path was them not to be successful, right? Some of you, they may have been successful, but it was very boring. You know, it could be a job that pays well, but this is not what I find happiness, right? This person, there was something like that here. I'm not saying it's just money, but I do feel like it was exes as well. I do feel this person was struggle city. They weren't focused on love, right? They weren't focused on this or you, because that's not what they were looking for. They were hung up on something that happened to them already. The Eight of Cups, it's something, it's interesting. Somebody, this person was thinking about walking back to someone or hoping that they would actually have another beginning with someone from their past. I do feel this person has a habit, but they said history. That's the word they gave me, history, of always questioning if their ex, if they should get back with their ex. They are the kind of person that breaks up and makes up. I don't know if you are, but that's them. That's their MO. Like, they break up, they make up, and it's just, it's like they may actually they may actually be in a cyclical cycle, right? Of not moving in life right now because of that. But I do feel like this is their habit, right? This is someone who's constantly returning to disaster. They're constantly returning to toxicity. They're constantly returning to things that they should just let go, right? But I feel like that is where their focus was. So you gave and gave a lot. It does feel like your lessons right here, right? Like I say about this, about other people, right? It's, who cares what they say, right? But it does feel like you weren't willing to listen to truth, okay? We have the Seven of Swords. Okay. And then we have Temperance coming through as well as your overall, for this overall message that we have. Temperance energy is interesting to come through. There was a really special connection here. It's the highest possible vibration of the Two of Cups that you have between you and this person. However, it's like oil and water. Okay, that's what I see. Oil and water. You two don't mix. Not really, especially with the energy that you're bringing in. You saw them as $1,000,000. They're probably worth. They probably weren't even worth $1. I don't know, right? But it feels like you saw them like this, and it's like, oh, why? Right? Your own lesson. You don't need to face that on your own. But I do feel, based on the energy that they were bringing in, oil and water, you could not mix this. It does feel like you tried with that temperance here. You saw this again. You saw this person as your wish fulfillment. It didn't work out. It didn't work out. It felt. Sorry, they're saying it fell apart. Disaster is the words that they're coming to. That's coming to my mind. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Well, that's very interesting energy to get at the start. So let's see. How does this person currently feel about Scorpio? This is a Scorpio reading. I don't know if I said that already. If I said hi Scorpio, I don't know. If I said another sign, it's a Scorpio reading. So I'm pretty sure I said Scorpio. Let's see. How does Scorpio's person feel about Scorpio? We have the Ten of Wands. Okay. They definitely want to apologize. The High Priestess. Okay. So this person has a okay. This person has a habit of self-worth issues. I do feel here they weren't ready for a connection because they're money. Again, I feel strong money issues here, but it doesn't have to be money. It could be something about the job, something about their physical home. I don't know, some crap like that. Some of you, it's like there's something there about money though. It's like it's somehow tied to the financial reality of the the society that we live in, right? I do feel here with the Six of Cups, they want to get you back, right? They definitely want you back. However, there is this issue here. Can I get a clarify on the Ten of Wands? What is this? The Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is it's like they're waiting for one, an opportunity, right, to apologize, to take responsibility. I do feel this person actually does want to take responsibility for something here. Hold on, I'm pulling that. It's to a certain extent, this person. There's an interesting energy coming through. This person doesn't feel like they need to be accountable towards. I feel your issues. Does this make sense? There is this feeling here where it's like I don't know. I'm not gonna say like I didn't promise you anything, but I'm not saying that, but it kind of feels like this person's like. Life's not fair. Does this make sense, right? So why are you fussing? This is someone who's completely dismissing how you feel about their actions. So they want to come in and take responsibility. I do feel this really strongly. However, only so much, right? It's like, it's like they're completely brushing off the pain, the turmoil. Turmoil is the word I'm hearing the most. that they caused you, right? And they're just completely brushing that off. Like life's not fair. Like, I'm not the first one that you first one that's hurt you or something like that. There's this feeling of trying to dismiss things. I do feel this person feels quite guilty though, right? A lot of people actually this person, I don't know a lot of people, but this person wants to dismiss that they hurt you so badly because when they think about it, the guilt eats this person alive. So they try to dismiss how bad it is for you. They're like, it's like you're blowing it out of proportion. This person thinks it's like I feel like it's like a subconscious belief, maybe an ego belief as well, that you're a drama queen. Yeah, there's a feeling like that coming through here. It's because they don't want to feel the guilt. Doesn't make. It's like, oh, I hope you either you get that, you don't. I don't know. It's like this is somewhere. It's like I don't. You're just blowing out of proportion, right? They're just kind of deflect, right? Gaslight probably is what you'd call it. I don't know, right? Humans have so many names for stuff these days, and it's like this is someone who's trying to deflect blame, and they're doing that because they feel guilty, actually, really deep down. So it's there. The Three of Cups coming through. Interesting. Again, it's something about like this person may have come across like a player or maybe wanting to keep you like an option. It does feel like that really strongly here. Can I get one more? And it's like there's this unfairness here. There it is, right? I told you this person's like life's not fair. So why do I need to take responsibility for everything I did? I know this makes no sense. I know it doesn't, right? But that's their energy, and is this gonna get fixed? Yes. They will see things clearly soon, but where they are currently, they don't see things clearly. So they look at what they did to you, and they're like, why are you crying, right? Why are you crying? Like, just get over it, right? There is just that energy coming through really strongly. I do feel with that Seven of Pentacles, there's something that's growing. I do feel this is actually new beliefs or new understandings and new perspectives. You see sometimes this person's like looking right there at those that I don't know, that bush of weeds, right? And this is someone who's looking at that. And it's like, sometimes you got to look at something and stare at something for a long time before you finally get it. And I do feel like this is someone who's on the precipice of understanding something really big. What is that? They hurt you really badly. And it's not that you didn't have your own lessons, and that's exactly why, right? Metatron started off with your lessons being really clear, right, about what you needed to learn, right? How you approached this that was not okay, right? That's what he's emphasizing. However, because this is your ascension path, however, he's also saying that this person is not in the headspace of being able to admit and be more honest about the fact that they actually broke your effing heart. It's coming, though, right? Temperance in its reverse. It's interesting. So yeah, Temperance was your last card right there, right? I do feel with Temperance in its reverse, they're getting back into alignment. This is taking time. I do feel this person wants to fix things between you and them. Your ending with this person kind of came fast as well. I don't know what that means exactly. It may have took a turn for the worse really quickly. This person looks at that and it's like they're trying to figure out, why did it end like that? Well, they felt fast or something like that, or it ended like normally stuff. It's funny because you know what's going on with this person's mind here, Scorpio. They typically go back to an ex, or they always make up with someone. But you, that wasn't the case. Not this time, anyway. So they're like, what the F? What the F's going on here, right? Because normally I go back to my exes. And in fact, that's my bread and butter. I'm always going back to an ex, right? But it's like, I'm not saying that you were an ex, but you get where I'm going with that, right? This is someone who looks like why hasn't this fixed itself, right? Are they really that angry over stuff? Like, why, right? Again, it's like they're just completely missing the point. So let's see. Oh, also there is an extended to this reading. I want to make sure you all understand that. You can get the extended on my Moments for a one-time purchase or on my Patreon. If you are interested, you can check that out, okay? So let's see. Where do I want to go from here? So we have their feelings. I want to know what this person's like relationship is with their exes, because it feels like this person may be playing out some of the same karmic cycles that they may have played out with you, but we'll see. What is this person's relationship with their exes? Like, what is their person's? We have Wizard of Awareness. Interesting. They don't have to do much work. So they have a dynamic where the other person is basically doing almost everything. I do feel they're used to this. They may get a lot of attention. I do feel because like it's like what Benetron's showing me. It's like you see someone on stage They're like, oh, that person, they're really in that character, right? This person's character really looks like an emperor, but it's not. They're all jacked up, right? But they really put on that performance. So the people that they meet actually look at this person and think, holy crap, this is a great catch. They suck, obviously, right? But they look like they don't. So the people that they are with actually are always like doing all this work thinking, God, I really want to keep this person. So it wasn't just you. I think this is something that they did. But guess what? You're the one who learned the self-respect, or you're learning it, right? Details, interesting. I do feel money seems to be an issue for this person in their relationships. I don't know what that means exactly. I'm gonna leave it like that. Money seems to be an issue. Um, you know how some people have that fixation and focus on that? Like, kind of reminds me of like my father's side of the family, right? You know, they're always about money. Who's gonna pay for it? Who's gonna pay for this? And it's like you're telling a kid that, you know, it's like it's so crazy stuff like that, and it just feels like this. There's something about money and this person's. It does feel like this is their ascension path, though, right? You know, this is someone who has to learn about this kind of stuff and heal their relationship with money, but their relationship with their exes has to do with money, who's paying, stuff like that. It's never comfortable, I guess, is what they're saying with that, right? Because you're always like, oh, we should go here, we should go there, and it's like, well, who's gonna pay for that? You know what I mean? Get a job. I don't know, right? You know, it just feels like that. That's the energy I'm getting here. We have ride the wave. They're a good time, not that much of a long time. With that sacred pool here, the pool always dries up. It dries up quite quickly, right? We have moonlight here. It's interesting. Codependencies as well with fears of as well. So I see this person being very much attached to the hip when it comes to the people they dated before or people they will date. This is the kind of person that is they have a lot of insecurities. So they're always trying to like let's go together everywhere. We have metamorphosis. Interesting. With that metamorphosis, this person's relationships are changing for the better. It does feel like your input, right, your connection with this person has created a shift in them, and it's starting to make this person choose differently. It does feel like this is taking some time, though. I do feel this person is definitely, I do feel this person is definitely, trying to find their own footing right now. I do feel like I think they're the kind of person that constantly hops to relationship, and now this is someone who's thinking about, maybe I should probably cool it on relationships, right? Wishing well in its reverse. Yeah. It starts off like, ooh, this real nice, right? And then it turns into crap with that wishing well in its reverse. Their relationships, they always fall apart. They always come down, right? They never last as well. There it is, right? That's it. They never last. It always comes crumbling down. It starts off real watery, yeah, that's for sure. A lot, squirts everywhere, right? And then it stops being that really quickly. The people that they pick are typically empty. Right? These people don't love themselves. And people just give, so there's nothing left, and then the relationship dries up as a result of that. So this person's usual relationship is this dynamic, right? It feels like I actually think they go back too with that Wizard of Awareness and that wishing well. It's like, should I have actually tried some more in that connection? They are habitual go backer or something. We have magic prayer. I do feel this person tends to manifest the same because they refuse to see what they need to see when it comes to what lesson they're learning. I know a lot of us, because of conditioning, because of programming, right? Because the way everybody else sees the world, everyone thinks that the world works, and I don't know. You just got to it's like a lottery system. That's not how it works. You're in a karmic cycle. Either you finish your karmic cycles, and then you can have a good relationship, or you don't, right? You'll keep repeating the same lessons. I do feel this person has a habit of, it's like the same type of person, different person, okay? So I think that that's actually their relationship as well. You were different, and that's partly why they weren't as interested, because of the karmic cycle that they were still in. This person was still learning a karmic cycle when they met you, but you weren't fitting that karmic cycle. Does this make sense? It's like the lessons you were teaching them were not the same lessons that they were most attracted to at that moment, because they were attracted to the karmic cycle they've been repeating. So that's what happened here too. Okay, let's see. So what does this person wish they could tell Scorpio? Like, what is it like today, right now? What does this person wish they can tell Scorpio? We have make you jealous. Interesting. I do feel this person had had a way of making you jealous. I am seeing someone who may have brought up exes actually, because we've been getting exes. My ex did this, my ex did that. F your ex, right? But whatever. It's like this is someone where I feel like they would do something, say something, be something in an attempt to make you jealous because they're actually really insecure. They come across like this. So I think that may have actually flew under your radar because you're looking at them like, wow, this person's amazing, but they effing suck, right? And it's like you weren't seeing that this person was trying to make you jealous. In fact, you were thinking, why would someone that looks like this need to make anyone feel need to like or why would anyone who looks like this be insecure? You didn't see that at first, but I think you see it now. This person is also not afraid of this connection, but they were in the past. That's really coming through. Very strong sexual attraction here that they have, and that's what they want to tell you, what they wish they told you. I also feel as well, fears is what made this person try to be petty with you. With that lust here as well. I feel like what this person wish they can tell you is it wasn't just lust for them. It wasn't just like oh, there it is, right? I wanted to create the life with you, right? It's like I wanted to create a life with you. I couldn't. I do feel it has to do with karmic cycles, XE type stuff as well. We have I can't make a move towards you right now. This was always going to be the case. It does feel like you thought giving a lot to this person would change their mind. This isn't the case, and they want to make that really effing clear, right? You know, it's not about you could have gave me 10 times more. It would have always been the same thing because of the dynamic that this person was in. It was they're saying paradigm. The paradigm that this person was in, it didn't fit your connection. And we have what do you want? Interesting. The high priestess here. This person also had a really hard time reading you. It does feel, I'm not gonna say a lot of secret keeping, but I do feel there was definitely a lot of hiding. You know, when you try to mask things, it's like the example that they're giving me is like when you meet someone, you don't show them your flaws, right? Or what you perceive as flaws. You try to hide those. You're trying to be normal. I feel like both of you were doing that. And that's what they want to say. Like, I was doing it too. But they know you were as well. It's what they're coming through with. Okay? Not right now. And I was wrong. And you're too beautiful for words. I do feel what this person wish they can tell you right now or then. Or I don't know what I phrased that question as. But is that they were wrong with how things ended. They do want to take responsibility for that. But to a certain extent, they're still in this. It's not actually all my fault, right? And it actually isn't, but this person isn't actually taking full accountability or even seeing. They don't have to take the accountability, right? You know, it's all about you forgiving yourself. But this person, they can't let go of you partially because they won't admit fully what they've done wrong to themselves, right? They can lie to other people, whatever, right? But you can't lie to yourself. And this person's still trying to, okay? That's what they want to say. So I'm still trying to do that. Okay, let's see. Let's get some guidance for the viewer. Can I get the guidance for the viewer, Spirit, really quickly? Okay, we have biting through. We have duration. Interesting. It feels like you right now, Scorpio, you're not really making as much progress as you'd want to be making. We have the inner truth. The message here is that you are there is a finish line. You're on. You're on. I'm not gonna say you're near it. It doesn't feel like that actually. But they're saying that there is a finish line. Right, the cycle will end, but it requires you to push through. We have the turning point. Yeah, it's like you're close to a cycle. Your cycle ending to some extent, but you have to push through. You're not going to make it through to the end of your cycle unless you fully push through. It doesn't feel like that's the case currently. You may be thinking like it's too much work. The difference between people who get there and don't get there are the people who are willing to push through. And the message here is, and it's actually a question: who are you? Are you the one that stays in this? Or are you the one who makes it to the end? And it feels like there is an end on the horizon, and things are going to be a lot easier for you, right? But you can go ahead and choose to stay there. I do feel with the inner truth, you need to ask yourself, what is the truth in which you live by? What is the truth in which, what is the truth that's moving you right now? The truth has to be your own truth, and it has to be the reason why you live, right? A lot of you need to find a reason to live. It cannot be someone else. They have said, this is not coming from me, but Metatron has said that kids, like your kids, that's enough, right? If you're gonna do someone else, but it cannot be anyone else other than kids, right? You have to choose you for the most part. And the message here is like, why are you pushing through this? Sorry, they're saying disaster, right? Why are you pushing through this disaster? And that's something that you need to hold true to your heart, right? Truth and love vibration are the same, or they're adjacent, right? With that following here, you need to follow your heart, okay? So I'm gonna leave it there, Scorpio. I want to thank all of you for being here and sharing time and space with me. Again, I have an extended to this reading in the comment or description section, as well as private readings that come up for Saturday, and healing services as well. If you want to check that out, again, comment or description section. Don't forget to like; it does help me out. And take care. Bye, Scorpio.